This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground. Get up there, boy.
Is that in my shan?
Mr. Ty Mitchell, how are you, sir?
I'm alright, mate. Bit sweaty from training, but I'm all good.
Bit of random spawning today.
Yeah.
Very, very Dubai type afternoon. We both walked into this building at the same time. Didn't really know what we were coming into.
I didn't even know you was in Dubai.
Mate? No, you were here to train with Warren Spencer.
Yeah.
I was here to interview Andrew Tate. You've ended up watching kind of in spa while you train, sorry, not spa, do some pads while you train at a very, very Dubai-like morning.
Yeah, just then you've got Salt Pappy here, we've got, there's a few boys in the gym, to be fair, there's quite a few people in the gym, so it's been good.
How have you enjoyed your time out here? You've been here 3 weeks now, training ticking over, but also kind of staying a little bit, I don't know, enjoying life at the same time?
Yeah, so I lived here for a year in 2023. I left at the start. I came at the start of 23, left at the start of 24, and I've not been back since. I was hoping to fight, obviously, on the Misfits December 20th card. So I thought I'd come out and do a camp, but obviously I'm not going to fight. I think I'll probably fight the month after now. But I thought I'd come anyway, still train, while I've got a little bit of time while I'm not actually in camp. It was my birthday. I came here on the 5th, it was my birthday on the 9th, so chilled out, I went skydiving, did a few activities, chilled for like maybe 10 days, then I actually fell ill. I was in hospital for like a few days.
Out here?
Yeah, out here, yeah.
If you don't mind.
I caught a virus, and then they ended up giving me bronchitis and pneumonia. So I was in a bit of a bad spot, but alhamdulillah, I'm all good now. And yeah, just getting back into the training, chilling out, ticking over, yeah, waiting for a fight date to get back in camp.
Let's take it back to August, that last victory. I can't remember, were you a bookie's underdog?
I was a 33-1 underdog.
Were you?
On some, yeah. Then he went down and down and down, and then I think he stopped at like 9-1, which is still massive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that whole experience, because look, we always knew that you could fight, but it's different when you get in that pro ring and you're against a real world level contender, etc. You've now had that experience, you've been in there, you've proven it out on your feet at the end, to be honest, from exhaustion, but that's a matter of, I suppose you have to get in there and do it, right, on that stage.
Yeah.
What's been the kind of learning that you've taken from that?
It was, looking back, it was probably a silly fight to take. Looking back, he's paid off, so looking back in hindsight, it was actually a good thing. But like thinking about it, it's probably not the smartest move. My dad didn't really want me to take the fight. Lee said, I don't think you're going to win this fight, like it's too soon. Like I think you're good, but bro, it's like your second fight. The guy's like, he just beat Mark Jeffers, who's 20-0, coming off like he was on a firing streak. And maybe I was a bit naive in thinking, oh yeah, I could just jump up levels so quick. Not many people do it, especially we've been at the ring for 14 years. To have 2 little warm-up fights and then jump in with a world-ranked, very good fighter over 10 rounds, given the fact I've never been past 4. Yeah, probably the reason the bookies are just so big was justified. But I believe in myself. I always knew in the fight against Mark Jeffers, he was very fit. So when he did 10 rounds non-stop against Mark Jeffers, so I knew I had my game plan to Manado was, I was like, I always thought I'd knock him out, but I said if I don't, I need to win the first 5-6 rounds and then maybe nick one of the last. Win the first 5 rounds and nick a couple of the last rounds. That was always my plan. So that's what we did. Obviously, at the start of the fight, it was very boring, but I was just trying to gate everything he did, slow down the pace, because I didn't want the pace to get pressed. But then again, if he'd have pressed the pace early and come towards me, I was still very sharp and responsive, so I probably would have knocked him out. But I was just trying to keep him off, show him I was a better boxer, because I think he thought he was a better boxer than me. He's probably thought Misfits guy. My pro record's not that good, even though he was from when I was a teenager. I just wanted to prove I was a superior boxer, which I did for the first 5-6 rounds. He only had success when I got tired. He was hurt, I was tired. I think that was the...
Was that the occasion getting a better review? And
I don't think
that
so
necessarily, but obviously you would have trained, you can train for 15, 20 rounds, but when you get in there on the night and you've got the adrenaline and everything, what was it?
Yeah, I think it's just lack of experience. I've never gone past 4 rounds in my life, and when I went 4 rounds, it was years ago. Remember, I've not boxed for 14 years. I stopped Tommy in the 3rd round, and I stopped Idris in the 3rd round. So it was just like, I've never been past 3 rounds, let's say, because before the time I did 4 rounds before that was 14 years ago. So to go from 3 rounds to 10 rounds, you're never going to be able to, unless you do it in the ring. Any boxer will tell you there's being fight fit and sparring fit and ring fit, the 2 different things. And the only way you get ring fit is by fighting. I obviously jumped up the levels very quick, jumped into a 10-rounder. I was doing it in sparring fine. But I think I just, lack of experience, I was loading up on shots and holding my punches. And also, you have to take into consideration, when I boxed Tommy Hench, I was cruiserweight. Then I boxed Idris at light heavyweight. Then I boxed him at super middles.
It's mad 3 fights to have taken.
3 fights, back to back, down in weight.
As random as it gets. A matchmaker's worst nightmare, that, to be honest.
Literally. So I was dropping weight. And I wasn't as strong at the weight as what I thought. I don't know whether that's because I need to put more muscle on, because I weighed in, and I didn't put no weight on, really.
Do you have an S&C code? Yeah, I'm not eating like chips at the press conference.
Yeah, I always do that.
Probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, mind games.
I'm honest. Yeah.
Because I was so underweight, though. I wasn't struggling to make weight.
You go down again?
No, I don't think that. I think I need to put a lot more muscle on. That was the problem. I didn't make the weight right. I didn't feel strong. Like, even with Idris, I was a lot. If you look at the fight with Idris, I was so much sharper. I was probably punching harder. With this fight, I wasn't as sharp. I was just off that night. But I think even if I was in a bit better shape and things was a bit better, it would have still been a hard fight for me anyway, given all the facts. But I don't say this often. I was proud of myself after that fight. It was one of the closest fights I've had. He won by 1 round on one card. I won by 2 rounds on the other card and 3 rounds on the other. So it was a close fight. If they did give it a draw, I wouldn't have moaned. There's no way he won the fight. But if they did give it a draw, I think I won the fight. But I wouldn't have been mad at a draw either. It was a close fight. But I was proud of myself because I had to take everything into consideration. Like, bro, like, what you've achieved, like, no one thought you was going to win. Sam Jones thought I was going to lose. Lee thought I was going to lose. Loads of people.
It's a big indication, and this is no disrespect as well. I think you're one of those people that you can be quite real and upfront and honest with.
Yeah.
They're people that you trust. They're close people that are in your circle, that are around you, that help advise you, that give you decision making. That's just them keeping it real with you.
Yeah, I prefer it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I'm glad that they said that because it made the victory even sweeter. And do you know what it is?
And they would have been more proud than them.
Yeah,
of course.
like, do you know what? The next day, straight after the fight, and the next day, Lee messaged me straight away, said, you know what, I got this wrong and I'm so proud. And I'm so happy that I got it wrong and I'm so proud of you because I thought it was a step too far. He goes, yeah, it was a hard fight, but you won the fight. Sam Jones said the same thing. He went, because I trained with Sam in the mornings with Kirk. And he was like, mate, you've got some bollocks on you taking this fight. He goes, this is a tough fight. And when I won, he rang me up straight, because he wasn't there, he had a fight on somewhere else, and he rang me up saying, listen, mate, like, I'm proud of you, bro, like, fair play to you, like, you don't understand the position you put yourself in. And you know, when I sit back, I looked at it, and I thought about it, and this isn't no shade to anybody else, but, like, big names in the UK, it's super middleweight, unlike Evie is, say, Callum Simpson and Ben Whittaker, just to let's say them two. The guy I beat in my second fight is better than anybody they've ever beat. He's ranked higher than anybody they've ever beat.
So let's talk a little bit about that then. You are obviously now ranked. I don't mean this to be disrespectful, but you are an older professional boxer.
Wanker.
Do you feel like you have to make the most of this time now? Activity's got to be important for you. You said it looked like you may fight in January, etc. You need to have a big year next year, right? Is it with Misfits? I mean, what's the plan moving forward? What is the dream when you hang up the gloves after all of this? Do you want to go, wow, I managed to challenge for a world title, I was a world champion? Or is it the fact that you're still just testing yourself? You don't really know what the ceiling is?
Yeah, no, I do. I know exactly what the ceiling is, and I will be a world champion. That's not like if. I will be a world champion. My main goal is money. But with world titles comes money. But before anything, like, you can't feed your kids world titles. So my ultimate goal, the reason that gets me out of bed, is I have a son to provide for, and I have a family I want to make proud. So they're the two things. Financially, I want to provide, and I want to be able to. The more you make, the more you can do for other people. So it's more like I want financial security, because look, it's a hard world. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy to make money these days. So I want to set myself up for the future. But I want to, when I win, I genuinely don't care what people think of me. I don't care if they think I'm a good boxer. I genuinely couldn't care less. But I love the fact of how proud it makes my family. My son does the wing walks with me. It's nice to have him there to see. And you know what? We was talking about the Idris fight earlier, and he was saying some very mean things, and call him whatever you want. Whatever he said is however he felt, and he's entitled to his opinion. But it was good to have my son there, because I was showing him, like, when people say things to you badly in school, you don't have to react. Because he was nasty to me and he was saying bad things, trying to get under my skin. I just said, listen, I still wish you the best. Even after I knocked him out, I still give him a kiss, hugged him, said, listen, you're a father, forget all this. And I even messaged him after because I felt like he was going to be a bit of a breakdown, didn't know how to take the loss. And I genuinely would help him if he needed help. So it's good to have my son at things like this to get to see, like, when people say bad things to you, just be nice back, kill them with kindness, do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to be nasty to people when they keep being kind to you. So, yeah, my purpose in boxing is to be a world champion because I know I deserve it. It's going to be harder now. I'm not stupid. It's going to be a lot harder to reach a world title now. I'm way past my prime. But what a story that will make. Coming back at 34 years old, after 14 years out of the ring and winning a world title, what a story that would be. And I know I can do it. I've sparred all the best in the world. They all tell me, like, we've sparred everybody, I've boxed people, you can be a world champion. But the only reason I won't be a world champion is if I let myself down, and I do have the tendency to mess about sometimes. So my biggest opponent in life is myself. So as long as I can keep myself in check, keep focused and driven, I'll be a world champion without a doubt.
What have the kind of Sam Joneses and people around you said that you should guide your career moving forward? What are those conversations like?
Yeah, they said basically you have to push on, get a big money fight.
What opponent do you see yourself in with next?
Do you know I'd like Anthony Yarde? Oh my God! Do you know the problem is I think I'm better at super middle. I think that's my natural weight. But domestically, it's not really anything there. Whereas if you go up, there's a lot of better fighters. So maybe an Anthony Yarde.
How do you think you get on with an Anthony Yarde?
I think it'd be a good test for me. I think Anthony Yarde's a really solid fighter, and I think if you're not world level, you won't beat him. I think he's like the gatekeeper. He's like that kind of level. If you're under world level, he will beat you. If you're world level, he'll beat you. It might be a fight too soon, maybe for the next fight. I need to get kind of used to doing them rounds. Maybe a Rocky Fielding. That'd be good. Me and him have been going back and forth a bit lately on the old Instagram. Maybe a Rocky Fielding, and then
Loves it, Rocky, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it. I don't know him personally. It's just a bit of a banter. I've been giving him a bit of jip. He's been giving me some back. I don't know him personally. He could be a knobhead or he could be a sound bloke. I've never met him.
I think he just likes to just get in and just cause himself fights with everyone.
Yeah, fair play to him. I like that though. You know what I mean? He's out there. He's hungry and he's trying to put food on the table for his family. So I always respect him on doing that. But then I'd like the Ben Whittaker fight. I think a Ben Whittaker fight in the summer would be good. I think I've boxed better opposition than him already. So if you don't, I'm an old 35-year-old man. If you can't beat me, he's useless. I mean, imagine a promotion on that. I work with Sam Jones. I work with Inspire Capital. Imagine Sam Jones, KSI, or might be Tate now, Eddie Hearn and Ben Whittaker all on the top table. It would sell out. It would do absolutely astronomical numbers. My personality, Ben's personality, or them going back and forth at each other, it would do astronomical numbers, and that's a big fight. So I'd love that fight in the summer if we can get Ben to fight. But yeah, maybe like a Rocky Fielding or someone next, another person that's had a higher ranking than anyone Ben's boxed.
Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Thoughts? Mad old world.
I just can't. Obviously, look, they're saying that the only clauses in it is the weight limit. I just can't. Listen, we'll know. I just can't see Jake Paul being that stupid enough to go in there with Anthony. I've sparred Anthony Joshua, yeah? He punches like a horse kicks. If you get in there with him with no head guard on 10-ounce gloves, in a proper fight, and Jake Paul, who got beat up by Tommy Fury, thinks he can be Anthony Joshua, he is absolutely deluded. But deluded gets people places. He's got a lot of people in a lot of places, do you know what I mean? You have to be deluded. I'm deluded at 35 thinking I can win a world title. But what I will say is this, we will know after the first round if there's any clauses in it. Because if AJ don't knock him out in a round, we'll know. Because as soon as AJ hits him, he'll knock him out cold.
There's actually genuine people out there that seem to think that Jake Paul has a Ruiz-style chance.
Yeah. If Jake Paul could hit Anthony Joshua flush on the chin and he would have no effect on him. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua just knock him out cold. Anthony Joshua's a world level fighter. He was a world champion, undisputed.
There's a lot of disrespect on AJ's name, isn't there?
Disrespect for how dare you even...
know that the odds for AJ Jake Paul were the same as Benavidez Yarde?
Yeah, disrespectful. I tell you what, do you know what pissing me off? The odds are closer for AJ and Jake Paul than it was for me and my last opponent.
Much closer, isn't it?
Much closer. How dare you? In what world can Jake Paul even last around?
Should it even be sanctioned? Not like from a health and safety.
completely bad.
Like, I'm not against the fight, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think views and everything, but I just think like Robert Smith come out and he was like, I'd never sanction that.
Yeah, I think I can understand why not, but I also think that, look, he's a professional boxer. Do you know what I mean? He is a professional boxer, and he's better than a lot of professional boxers. He's not at no great level, but he's not a rubbish boxer. He knows how to fight. He trains like a pro. He is a professional boxer.
So he's a cruiserweight, right?
He's a
How would he get on domestically at cruiserweight?
Area title? Yeah.
I mean, and he wouldn't have an area title person getting sanctioned to fight AJ, though, would you?
But AJ don't have a world title anymore, and it's an 8-rounder.
Mad old world.
I just think if AJ hits him, like, I'll be worried for his health. Yeah.
That's what I say about the sanctioning part.
Yeah, I'll be worried for his health.
My only concern with all of this is if something truly bad does happen, and it doesn't.
But that's boxing. People lose their lives in. Boxing is probably one of the most, if not the most dangerous combat sport.
Because of the concussions.
Yeah, like people, it's very sad. Like, people don't understand we risk our lives when we get in there.
That's what Darren Till said to me. He's like, boxing's a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, MMA is more strenuous on the whole body in terms of wear and tear. But in terms of like dangerous, in terms of faculties and stuff like that, he said boxing is the top one.
Yeah, because if you think about it, even in striking in the UFC, they'll drop you. If you get dropped, they've got a chance to like jump on you, finish you, or you've got time to. With boxing, but with boxing, you get dropped, you get 10 seconds to recover, this and that, then you go again, you get too much time to keep recovering, whereas in UFC, you either got it or you're out. So it is very dangerous, but listen, it's the price we pay with gladiators, do you know what I mean?
Your man Tyson says that Jake Paul will win by knockout.
Do you know, people are like, oh, Tyson he doesn't know nothing about boxing. Obviously, Tyson doesn't think that, he just says stuff for the sake of it, just for banter. Like, he obviously just, he knows that AJ will smash his face. His brother beat him. Do you know what I mean? So obviously he's not stupid. People take what Tyson says so serious. I'm like, why are you not so upset? Like, he'll say stuff, and I look at the comments.
Wind up, isn't it?
Yeah, I look at the comments. I think, are you not serious? Like, why do you care? Obviously he's messing about. Do you know what I mean? People are weird, mate.
That people are. Will he and AJ ever fight?
You can never say never. Obviously, I do see him every so often. I go up there, I spend time with him. He seems really happy and content. Like, normally when he retires, and he means it when he says it, but like, he's like, he can't help it. Like, he needs boxing, so he like has to go back. This is the time I've seen him. He's been very content for a long time. So I feel like maybe not, but money talks. If Turkey wants him to fight again, he'll fight again because they're bringing the money. Tyson says, oh yeah, I've got enough money, don't spend it. Listen, he's a man driven by money, he loves money, do you know what I mean? So if the money's right, he'll come in and he'll fight.
Ty Mitchell, legend, final message to the people?
Just
put on the spot now, isn't he?
Yeah. Bye.